How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? It's Jeremy here, and I guess Self-Aware Sunday number 6, relationships, homies. And basically what I want to talk about in this video is my longest relationship, my shortest relationship, the middle one, because I've had a couple, more than just 3, but those are really the ones that stood out to me, were those three. And, going back to topic, I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, the memories and everything else. So I guess I'll start off with the 3-year relationship because it was the first. I started dating this girl when I was about 14 years old. We met because of a couple buddies, and she, at the time, she clicked something in me that it made me fall in love so quick. And hers was really different, right? Hers was like the kind of, gonna move the distinct relationship in the fact that we kicked off very, very fast. I mean, we were going through life at the same time. I mean, she was 15, I was 14, and that relationship was just, at the time, was the best thing. I mean, we were side by side. She was the support system. I was, the caretaker. In a sense, we were both there for each other in each other's niches. She was the thing I needed in my life. I was the thing she needed in hers. But everything was, I guess, sunshine and rainbows for the first year and a half. After a year and a half, I was going through some really dark times in my life where I was debating, a lot of depression, and I was being very selfish, not thinking about her, not thinking about my family, not thinking about a lot of things at that time, and it was bearing down on her. And for her, she kind of lost track of what we were, and started really talking to somebody else. At the end of the day, the first instance of cheating was, I will be 100% honest, was my fault. I was not the same, Jeremy she fell in love with. I was not the same kid that she fell in love with at the time. I was very cold. I was very disheartening. I was not myself. And, and I do blame myself for that first, mess up. And that's probably why we kept the relationship going after that first fuck up, because we both knew that, in a sense, it was an error, and we thought we could make it work. After 2 years, everything seemed to go back to normal. After the 2-year mark, and we were getting right through it. A situation where she had to, she had a situation. She didn't have to do anything. She had a situation where she just basically cheated. She kind of let temptation take its way, and and I was disheartened, and I let myself, I let love, at least in that situation, love in my own head, bring it back. You know what I'm saying? And bad time for both of us, and I let my own head really, I let my heart speak instead of my head, because I was like, God, I've been through 2.5 years with this girl. I want to make it work with her. Like, I think she could be the one. And up to this point, I was so, is it going to be the one or is it not going to be the one, that I didn't even, tell my parents about her still. But, so that relationship went down the drain after 3 years. She moved, actually, between, after we had the second situation, she ended up moving to New York. And while she moved to New York, we tried to make it work, but for her, the physical attraction had gone. The emotional, still there. I mean, she still loved me. She loved the way I was with her. It was something between us that it clicked. It was something special. But I don't think it was special to be in a relationship with. I think it was better to be friends with her than it was to be a partner with her. And I think that's where we really went wrong, is we didn't realize that until the very end. And, so we kind of ended that relationship as it did. Continued. Point, I talked to her, and I was like, you know what? If you want to be my friend, fine. But this is not going to work out as a relationship, because I can tell you're not communicating with me like you should. even though I'm allowing you the opportunities to do it, I'm still trying to be the one that you love, but I can see it's not being true. And, of course, she straight up honestly told me, she's like, I love you. At that time, it broke me. I mean, that's when my psyche was the worst, because I was like, I spent 3 years on a person that I should have only really spent a year and a half on. And, she kept in touch. She wanted to make sure I was okay. Just like, every once in a while, I'd make sure she's okay. I never wanted her to think that I was going to leave on bad terms, because I never wanted to do that to her. She was special. She's a lesson, and I moved on. The chick of 6 months, which is the shortest, with her, it really was, I dated her after the 3-year girl. And in the situation, to cut it short, we got together because she got through a breakup. She wanted to get through a breakup. I wanted to get through my breakup. And we kind of just got together. And, I'm not going to, we clicked. I mean, there was mutual interest, and we did love each other. I could say we loved each other. She'll say the same thing if I ever brought her into the conversation, but it just did not work. I mean, we both knew we were just rebounds for each other, and if it would have happened at any other time of our lives, I'm sure we'd be talking now. We'd probably be talking about a whole different situation now, because she really was a lot of very awesome things for me. She was very caring. She was charismatic. She was basically the full package for me. She had everything. It's going on 18 and 18 years old, and it was just not the right time. We talked about many things, but we agreed that maybe the relationship would be better off as just friends and nothing more. And so, we ended up doing it that way. We broke up, and it dissipated in itself. I mean, she's doing good. I mean, I check up on her every once in a while, just like she checks up on me. Work out, and I'm grateful we ended the way we did. Now, my girlfriend of 8 months is a whole different ball game for its own specific reasons, and that's good to begin with. I mean, we were hitting it off. We were talking to each other. We were basically each other's niches. We were basically everything that we needed to be for each other. But she did a full 180, and I'm not saying I had any fault to doing it, because I know what I did in that relationship, and it was just completely, it was one-sided. That relationship taught me a lot of patience, because, she would blame me. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a backstory. I was working very little at the time. I was actually working with my father at the time, and, so I wasn't really getting paid too often. I would get paid every week, because that's just the way my dad paid me, but it was a week thing where I'd only get paid $100-$200 because I wasn't working that much. I was just working. It was really, just a relationship that did not necessarily last the way it was supposed to. It was a very difficult relationship because we did not allow ourselves to prosper. She would blame me for not giving her the time of day. She would blame me for not doing this or that. Someone too, if you didn't have enough money. But I wanted to treat her right. I wanted, because I wanted to see her happy, because she had been through a really shitty relationship beforehand. And I don't know if that had anything to do with what happened between us, but I'm not gonna blame her for it. It's part of life, and whatever happens there happened. But we broke up. She started bugging my friends, bugging a lot of my friends from the same town that that she was from, about me, checking up on me, because I had blocked her. I blocked her from social media, blocked her cell, blocked her, Snapchats, all that stuff, because I just did not see myself wanting to be with her anymore. She had, completely, basically ruined the love I had for her, and I just did not want to see myself in that anymore. And so, but I'm not going to lie, I'm grateful that one didn't work out, because I met, someone that had become the most important person in my life now, even though they're not anything to me. They're just, my best friend. And it was very different, right? because I had never expected it to go the way it did. But hey, it happened. I learned. We settled on a situation, and I haven't heard from her since. And it's been chaotic. I'm not gonna fault any of the women I've ever dated, because really it is, there was something I might have done wrong that I don't take credit for now, that I know she probably, still hates me for. Just like, my girlfriend of 3 years, I know she just, hates the fact that I'd never communicated with her. At least that's what she told me when we talked about it. And the girlfriend of, 6 months, I know that just didn't work out, because we knew why we were together, and we didn't like the reason why we were together. And, going back to it, yeah, there was many negatives in each one of those relationships, but the positives I outgrew from them, I'm going to absolutely love the shit out of, when I look back at life with the girl of my dreams, that I find. And I'm going to be grateful to God that, they didn't work out with that person, because I know, now I have the person I want, and the person that's supposed to act the way that they're supposed to with me. I guess at the end of the day, I'm not going to fault anybody besides myself for a lot of the learning curves I have. Like my girlfriend of 3 years, I should have never let it last 3 years, but I learned a lot from it. My girlfriend of 8 months, I felt bad for the way things, or I guess, yeah, I did feel bad for the way things ended with her. Even though she did kind of go 180 on me, I'm sure I did something there that just caused her to completely change. And I feel bad, because she was, someone special. And, even though it didn't work out, and even though I have some animosity towards her in a way, I won't blame her completely for everything. I know I was at fault with something. And my girlfriend of 6 months, she was the one that I wish, in a way, I would have met her later, and not at the time I did, because who knows what could have happened. But life moves on. I moved on, they've moved on. It's been, I kept communication with the ones that needed to be communicated with, because they were important. The girlfriend of 3 years, although we didn't work out, we ended the relationship on good terms. We decided that we knew we would be better off as friends, and not trying to make a relationship work that was not going to work. Back to it, I'm just grateful the way things have gone, and I know the day I find the one that's right for me, I'm going to be grateful that it never worked out with any of these. And, that's just basically it. I'm going to... bittersweet. I know that I'm going to find somebody one day, and they're going to spark that interest in me, and I'm going to love her just like she's going to love me, and it's going to be probably the best time of my life. And, man, this is a weird video to talk about, but hey, you guys requested it, I'm going to talk about it. So, with that being said, let's do a final recap. 3 years. She was the best at that time. We had our ups and downs. Miscommunication was the failure, and it didn't work out. Happy I ended it the way I did. 6 months. I'm doing it 1, 2, 3 because, the way I felt relationships went. 6 months. I'm sad about the way why we started the relationship, but I'm happy the way it ended, and I'm happy where she's at now. The 8 months. I'm happy I met you. I'm sad that, what happened, and I'm hoping, wherever you are in life, because I don't even know what you've been doing, you're doing good. And, for anybody that's curious, right now I have somebody, I guess I'm talking to, but she's fairly new in my life. I mean, she's not very... she's not recent, but she's not old. Like, she hasn't been in my life for that many years, but I guess we'll see what happens. Maybe one day, if another relationship comes in my life, you guys will see her in the videos. Who knows? I just know we got a lot of things to talk about for the future. I got a lot of videos planned for you guys, whether that's Minecraft, Call of Duty, weightlifting. Finally, this week, fam, we are gonna go right into it. we are going to enjoy the crap out of lifting after not lifting for like 7 weeks, almost 8 weeks at this point. And I know you guys have been missing that. I'm going to take my hat and put it back because you guys cannot see my face when I look down. I know you guys have been missing those videos. So I hope you guys did enjoy. I will see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your life, homies. This has been another Self-Aware Sunday. Episode 6 is now in the books. # relationships. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to end the video like that, but I'm still going to keep this mini outro because I do love you guys. Thank you guys for all the support. I know videos have not been coming out like they should, but I promise you guys, once I get a better schedule, once I get everything situated like they should be, you guys will start seeing a lot more videos from me. You guys will start seeing a lot more content, and I can't wait to bring that out for you guys. Stay tuned. I love ya. Peace out, homies. Peace.